Hi everyone, Kerryn here from Holistic Essentials Therapy and Consulting, bringing to you this week's energy forecast and insights for Monday the 31st of March through until Sunday the 6th of April 2025. So we are shifting and moving into the first week of April. As we move into this week ahead, on the 3rd of April, we have Venus conjunct North Node. This is a beautiful heart opening week ahead when Venus and North Node come together in Pisces. And we also have Saturn and Mercury hovering close. They are forming what's called a stellium. So this is an alignment of planets. Haven't we been having so many of those of late? And so each of these planets are just a few degrees away from each other. And when Venus and the North Node comes together, it's indicating to us, it's an invitation to us that there are strong karmic cleansing that is occurring. And with Venus energy, the invitation is to release and break down the walls, the barriers, the layers of protection that you have built up over your lifetime around your heart. And your heart, and I mean this heart, our sacred heart, our heart center. And we are asked this week to go inward, right? To inward reflect, to intentionally, mindfully, and consciously connect in with the wisdom of your sacred heart. Your heart, the wisdom, the inner wisdom of your sacred heart holds information, knowledge of your ancestors, of multiple lifetimes, of your soul's expression and wisdom and expansive knowledge. It connects you directly to source when you connect in with the inner divinity of your sacred heart. And when you do so, acknowledging this within yourself, acknowledge that you have this divinity within you, that you have access to your soul. I've always said the heart is the doorway to your soul's wisdom, right? It allows for this higher intelligence to come through to you. We are asked this week to remove ourselves, right, in whatever way that we can, detach ourselves from the mental mind plane. You know, there's so much, we spend so much of our time in our heads and constantly reliving the past, projecting into the future. And when we can drop into the divinity, the stillness of our sacred hearts, we can just allow those thoughts to do whatever they're doing. We can be aware of them, we can observe them, but we can also detach from them. And by dropping into the sanctity of your sacred heart, then you can access your emotional intelligence. We need to feel rather than think. When we can step into and drop into our body, full body awareness, and allow ourselves to feel what's going on internally, then deep healing is accessible and available to us all. What else would you have us know of the week ahead energetically? All right, they're actually wanting me to do some theta healing downloads for you all before we step into pulling of the cards. So just taking a moment to place your hand on your heart center, your beautiful sacred heart, and just closing your eyes down. Would you like to know what it feels like to feel safe opening your heart to love? Would you like to know that it is possible for you to understand what it feels like to live with a heart that is open and protected by the creator of all that is? Would you like to know how to connect with your heart center and trust its messages? Would you like to know what it feels like to love and accept yourself unconditionally? Would you like to know how and that it is possible and that you know what it feels like to release karmic imprints that no longer serve you and to do so with grace and ease? Would you like to know what it feels like to be free from emotional patterns that have kept your heart guarded? Would you like to know what it feels like to honor and process your emotions in a healthy and empowering way? Would you like to know what it feels like to be ready to complete soul contracts that no longer serve or support your highest good? Would you like to know what it feels like to trust your innate intuition and follow it with confidence? Would you like to know what it feels like to understand the difference between fear and intuitive truth? Would you like to know what it feels like to be connected to the guidance of universal consciousness in every moment? And would you like to know that it is possible and you know how to hear and interpret the wisdom of your higher self with clarity? If you would like to receive these downloads, please say yes. Thank you. Creator is done, is done, is done. And just taking a nice deep breath all the way down into your belly and exhaling through your mouth. And when you're ready, opening your eyes. So beautiful. I just love the power and the energy of theta healing. I'm so grateful to be a practitioner in this modality. My seeking has led me to many, and they all serve in such a beautiful way. They all work together beautifully. All right. Crystal Skull Wisdom, so appropriate. Clarity, divine healing, high vibrational energy. So those downloads will support you in this, in seeking that clarity, and you can go back and listen to them as many times as you need. So what they're saying is that when we can get out of the mental mind noise, when we can come into a place of stillness and drop into the wisdom of our heart, we are then raising our vibrational frequency to align more intentionally, more consciously, to be the receiver of the wisdom that is coming from universal source consciousness, source, God, whatever your language is, creator. And you can receive that more deeply, clearly, and succinctly when you are actually working through your sacred heart wisdom. We cannot I can't say it. We can't. The word's not coming to me, and I'm not re-recording this. We cannot access higher consciousness through our intellect. We can't intellectualize. There we go. Thank you. Divinity, consciousness. We cannot actually mentally have the concept of full expansion. It is a visceral experience that you have in your body and your heart. It's like, because your mind will seek to label, to identify, to make meaning of. The experiencing divine grace and divine presence is a state of being. It's not a state of mind. Whew, that was cool. Yes, we are so much more than our bodies. We are so much more than our minds. But it's a visceral, cellular memory experience of being a soul connected to the infinite intelligence of the universe. Heart wisdom. Your life is a canvas. It truly is. Artist manifestation. I don't know what's happening with my words, Mercury. Creative accountability. You are the creator of your life. You have the power and the capacity to co-create with universal consciousness the life that you wish to live. Focus your attention on what you do want, not what you don't want. Ask yourself, is this in my highest, is this in alignment with my highest good? Ask yourself, if I could create anything, what would that be? What would it look like? What would it feel like? What would it sound like? You are a powerful creator. And that doesn't mean that we intentionally or deliberately create shitty experiences for ourselves. We don't. That is part of our soul journey and our human experience. But what it does mean that on some level, be mindful of your words, your thoughts, and your actions. And tune into the wisdom of your sacred heart and ask yourself, do I speak to myself with compassion and kindness and gentleness? And then take notice of the answers and the messaging that you receive. Because you have the power to create change in your life, in your thinking, in your belief systems. You have the power to move beyond your parents' limitations, your ancestors' limitations. You have the power to evolve and grow and transmute and transcend any experience in your life. The choice starts with you. Who is the goddess for us to work with in this week ahead? Oh, Fortuna. She's so beautiful. Divine weaver of fate gracefully turns her wheel, weaving the intricate tapestry of your destiny. Embrace the ebb and flow of her blessings as she guides you through change and new opportunities. Work with the goddess Fortuna in this week ahead, and she will invite her in to support you in making the choices and decisions that you need to make in your life. She brings it's like this graceful strength, like a graceful warrior-esque strength, to support you in having the courage to look at what perhaps has been hidden, to look at yourself, your life, your past, as she surrounds you in her incredible frequency. Allow her to guide you to the right people, places, and situations that will support you in letting go of the past, forgiving the past, moving beyond the past, so that you can step into the fullest version of yourself. So powerful. I hope that those messages serve you well. As always, please be kind and gentle to yourself and others. Kindness does not cost anything. You can change your life by simply expressing kindness and compassion to another human being. Namaste, blessed be. See you all next week.